colleagues and acquaintances. I would like to thank you all to being here with us. And I would like to say the special thanks to our professor who invited me to be in her exhibition, as a part of her exhibition. And I'm greeting you with a great enthusiasm today. I'm super excited. Since it is my first actually photo exhibition, I really need stress control. I'd like to start my speech with a memory that I find it very difficult to forget. 2 years ago, I was working in Kibera ghetto in Nairobi, in Kenya. And the Kibera ghetto is the largest ghetto actually in all Africa, and also one of the largest one in the world. I was working in there as a volunteer, and my main job was trying to actually just cheer up to the children and just trying to give them the food or the drinks and just care them. It's what I was doing in there. And one evening after I finished my job, I was going home with my friends, local friends. Rick, his name is Rick. And we were talking about life and future and many other daily things. And I asked him, what is the biggest actually ambition and desire in this life? What do you want to have? What do you want to get? What do you want to be? And later on, he were a bit silent. It took a minute. And then he said to me, Bora, do you know what I want in this life? It's very simple, he said. He said just, I want to be a white person. And actually, when it first told, I couldn't grasp all the picture. But later on, when I talk about that, it made sense to me. Because whoever Rick and his society see as a white person in Kenya, in Nairobi, both of them, all the white people in there, they are very wealthy individuals. Why they are here? There are two reasons why they're in there. The first is just to having a vacation on the ocean, or having fun with their family and a safari and etc. Or they are in there and because they are working in very high prestigious and international companies. In both cases, they are very wealthy people. And this is actually affects the Rick and his society very deeply. My friends, why I'm talking about this? Because actually this is a reason. This is one of the reasons I believe why these people migrates. Because they want to provide a better life for their children. They want to reach the treatments that actually they don't have in their country. They want to reach the healthy food, the more drinkable water. That's why they all migrate. They want to find a better life in the Europe or the USA or any other upper developed countries. Let me talk more about the Kibera ghetto's life standards. What's in there? And I want you actually imagine you are living in a place that only 20% of the neighborhood has electricity. In the night, the absolute darkness. Even they cannot afford to buy candles in there. Very expensive for them. They don't have toilet facilities in their home. And what they use for toilets, like digging holes or just a plastic package to throw away to the river. And when the ladies go out in the night, there are some people every time waiting for them, simply to rape. They don't have a drinkable water, they don't have a tap water, they don't have any water facilities in the all neighborhoods. What they do for the water, they are walking every day kilometers to collect some water from the Nairobi Dam. And this water is totally not healthy at all. You can easily get disease with this water. Cholera and typhus is the more common ones. They are living in the 12 square meters of the shacks, like built by mud walls, the tin roof, and the concretes. and they all live in one room. Like their parents and their children living in a one single room. And that is the reason actually the children can learn to having sex very early ages, and that's why to being pregnant at 12 or 13 years old, it's so common. Because they are curious to try. They want to just try. Yeah, and also one more thing that's good to point out here. The 50% of all this neighborhood has a HIV. So most probably the newborn babies also can have HIV as well. It's a terrible life conditions. I just want you imagine about this. Before I invite to the next speaker to talk, and also that you can have a chance to look to the photographs and for all of us, the more details. I also want to give some examples here. Maybe it can put a smile on your face, and also maybe can make you much more thoughtful about the reality, what's happening in Kibera Ghetto. His name is Michael, actually. Every morning when I was going to the workplace where I am working, I was seeing him that he's playing with his cars. But actually, he doesn't have a car in there. He's just imagining them as a car. It's the piece of wood. If you can look at it carefully, you can understand what I'm talking about. And some days I was talking with his mother, and the very sad thing his mother said to me that he doesn't want to call Michael to home. She likes, actually, he concentrates on the playing with the toys, wood, piece of wood, because she doesn't have any food to offer him. It's good for her to keep him focused on it. Another example, here I can give the David's, and I really like this photo as well. It's one of my favorite photos. It's really touched my heart. He's my neighbor. I'm talking about the child with the blue t-shirt. Every evening when I was coming to home, and they were just coming to hug me, all of them together. And that day, David was at home, and he couldn't just find his shoes to come to hug me. And he started to cry, because he was so excited, because all the other children were hugging me. And then he cried, and then he gave up, and without the shoes, and he came to just hug me. And I'm still actually in contact with all of these people, and I really shared all the things that what's happening in my life, and I still love them, and I would like to visit them again. Yeah, it's end of the presentation. I just want you to look afterwards to the photographs and try to get I know it's not the same that you are looking at the photographs or watching the documentaries. It's not the same you are living in the moment, but just try to take some the piece of the reality from these photographs. It's what I would like to ask. Thank you very much for all of you.